My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to play a high Ascension run, that is to say Ascension level 15 on the Silent. Oh dear. Let's see how this one goes. Alright, we can get an early 250 gold. There is a way to dodge all elites on this floor, and that would be just lovely. And it's got a pretty early shop as well. So we'll go for it. Keep the Ascender's Bane in hand so that it gets completely removed. Take 1 damage here, non-negotiably. I'm gonna take 2 damage here because if I don't, I'm gonna start letting my enemy get into unwieldy territory. Like, here we go again. I've got to fully block this turn in order to do nothing. Oh, no. I need a 3-block hand, and I'm just not getting it right now. 3 strike, rather. Deadly Poison has to be. Deadly Poison's just so much better than it used to be. This is actually a surprisingly good opening hand from us. Usually doesn't get that good. We need to upgrade that Deadly Poison as soon as is humanly possible. Triple block here. Got to save my HP. I don't really have any other way around that. This Deadly Poison kills, though. Goodbye forever. None of those necessary. We'll take the Happy Flower. Every 3 turns, gain an extra energy, as well as 400 gold as we go to this place. Oh my gosh. Paper Crane, 100%. Yes. Paper Crane, Sucker Punch, card removal, almost certainly. As much as I would like Peace Pipe, weakness, poison, need it in my life. Let's go. That was huge. Now we just need to upgrade our 2 weakness cards as soon as it's humanly possible. By taking 1 damage this turn, I can set up... No, 0 damage, right, because of course the strike did 6. The Paper Crane is going to be absolutely ridiculous for us. Where usually I would upgrade these Deadly Poisons first, it has to be the Sucker Punch and the Neutralize first now. One of the Deadly Poisons and a Defend got upgraded there. That's definitely worth. I should quit while I'm ahead. Be safe. Matroshka, the next 2 chests you open contain 2 relics. Sure. Keep you weakened for as long as possible, and then we'll start stacking poison on you. There's the start of that. So, Paper Crane, by the way, is enemies with weak deal 50% less damage rather than 25% less damage, which is, I probably need not tell you, insane. Oh, you're going to split at the end of this turn anyway. Bugger. I did that wrong. Now I'm actually going to have a lot of difficulty. Weaken the backliner. Double poison the foreground just so I can get one of you down. Beautiful. Everything's now back on track. They decided not to attack in the world's worst formation, so... everything was a little bit easier for us than I had imagined it may have been. Beautiful. Bouncing Flask is not going to stand up to the raw DPS of just... raw damage per card and action as the Deadly Poisons. So the Deadly Poisons are much more cost efficient, but the Bouncing Flask is much more card efficient, but the Deadly Poisons give me the ability to target, whereas the Bouncing Flask does not give me that ability. I can't choose where the Bouncing Flask goes, which means in AoE fights, like a lot of the fights next floor, it can be somewhat less than stellar, if I want to be very generous in how I describe it. Right. Block potion, handy. Catalyst, beautiful. This is now, I just weaken my enemies so that I can get far enough into the fight, and then I catalyze them. Burst totally goes in this deck. So do pretty much any other defensive, rather, so does pretty much any other defensive option. I actually saw a clip on the subreddit, I think earlier yesterday, of Celerity doing a fight against the Collector on the second floor. That is a boss on the second floor. Second Catalyst. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Against the Collector, where they started off with 1 deadly poison, then the next turn they played a Catalyst, and then they burst their next Catalyst and just killed them in 2 turns. It's really cool. Let's throw a explosive potion here so that we can actually get them down. Saves us a lot of HP there. And we got an explosive potion back, so no harm, no foul right there. I really want to upgrade our catalysts. And I think while we're not going to perfect this fight, upgrading these catalysts is going to finish this fight so much earlier. I just need to draw in the right order, especially. So I just need my deadly poisons before my catalysts. You know, like I just got. See? Deadly poisons before my catalysts. I'm not grumpy about it. You're grumpy about it. Also, I am. Well, I'm still perfect in this fight, so I'll hold on holding on. Yeah, you can see why I wanted to do it like this. Seems like it might have been a good strategy. Goodbye forever, Hexaghost. Bullet time? Do I draw enough? I don't think I do to use bullet time. I don't think it's alchemize. Because I might get Sozu and then I would have to take it. If I get Doppelganger, I would immediately have to upgrade it, but it would also space out my combo pieces, being like, I want to get my Sucker Punches immediately. I want to get my Deadly Poisons immediately. That kind of thing. I think I take nothing. Alchemize is good, but it's going to give us worse potions. And it's just going to space out my time between my Deadly Poisons and stuff. Like, I want defensive cards, I want draw, and I want energy manipulation. But since I don't have the draw yet, I don't want the energy manipulation yet. This isn't great. I do want extra energy so that I can play as many blocks as I'd like in a turn. But at the cost of having no gold, not being able to remove more cards from my deck, which is going to increase my consistency of drawing my combo pieces, I think I either take the White Beast statue or the Tiny House here, and I think it's the White Beast statue. Potions always drop after combat. So effectively, this is our alchemize, I guess. Ugh, I don't feel good about that. There's an elite on literally every path here. I have no choice about that. There's way too many elites on one path, so let's hug the left over here. Right. Actually, I'll throw an explosive potion because there's no reason not to. And a fire potion. Fire potions deal 15 damage right now, Ryan. 15. It's gonna take me a while to get used to some of the things that are changes in Ascension mode. Because I just don't play Ascension mode often. So I was expecting that fire potion to kill the frontliner, where it did not, evidently. No. Even the Cloak and Dagger there, despite the fact that it's upgraded, not really worth picking up a lower chance of hitting my Deadly Poisons. Poison Catalyst. I actually reduce more damage by punching you than by defending though. And you're dead this turn. Regen Potion, really handy pickup there for us. I have a rest before the boss. Before the elite, rather. And a regen potion, so I can do this. Nilri's Codex, at the start of each turn, end of each turn, rather, you can choose one of 3 random cards to shuffle into your draw pile. They will be unupgraded, it is worth noting. I am going to sleep here for the heal, definitely. Not bad. Not bad. Could be a lot worse. I'll take an acrobatics here because if it tends to be any low cost, I can actually just use it to dig for... Never mind. There's the catalyst. Goodbye forever. Pick up a swift potion. And now we'll also pick up an acrobatics actually naturally. I will rest here because it's entirely possible this elite just destroys me. Oh my god. It's actually a single target elite. We are so much better off with this. We do need to acrobatics because basically we just needed to sucker punch you. If I don't start poisoning, I'm gonna lose. I needed a weakness on the target. Malaise is actually ridiculous for us. And we've got the extra energy on the turn that we get the malaise. Hell yeah. Three wounds in my card pile. That's fine, but you're really not gonna deal any more damage to me at this point. Well, at the very least, not a significant amount. Yeah, final catalyst is in there. Use that for the kill this turn. Boom. What relic do we get? Omamori. Negate the next 2 curses you obtain. Don't mind if I do. A poison potion is actually really powerful for us as well. Remove a card from my deck. Don't mind if I do. Should be pretty much any strike, actually. I want to go to this shop. I want to guarantee I get a shop. Strawberry, raise your max HP by 7, as well as a prayer wheel. Non-boss chests now also contain cards. We use our first charge of the Matroshka to pick up 2 relics there. Is it Noxious Fumes card removal? I think it is. Oh, it actually could be Toy Ornithopter. Whenever you use a potion, heal 3 HP. Yeah, because we use a potion every single fight, courtesy of the White Beast statue. Now, is it Noxious Fumes or card removal? I think it's Noxious Fumes. Gives us a little bit of AoE that we're currently lacking. Sure. I would put the next Noxious Fumes in my deck as well, but I don't want to chunk up my deck with stuff that I currently play right now. So this will guarantee that that frontliner dies next turn. I do take the 7 here, but then you get Noxious Fume poisoned and you're dead. So I only have to focus on this backliner. I'm just looking for a weaken. I haven't got a weaken there. Oh, crumbs. Really needed a weaken for that chosen there. Ow. Best I could do, unfortunately. We'll just wait 2 turns and let you die. Yikes. Whew. Ancient Potion, gain 1 artifact, would be really nice to have had beforehand. Malaise is really powerful for us, courtesy of the Paper Crane. But it's also a lot of energy expenditure that we probably can't afford. I would love to upgrade my other catalyst right now, but I really can't afford to. I have to rest though. Now we're frail as well. Oh boy. Yeah, this is just getting worse and worse. Our defense isn't really able to keep up with where our enemies are at. Not having an energy potion's pretty bad. I would play the after image, but I actually just need damage now because that front line is going to die next turn anyway. Yeah. So I didn't want to dilute my draw from being able to do something like that. Both dead this turn. Block Potion. Should have just used one of those. I would have had 3 HP from it. Too cold short of being able to do that. All right, we literally just need like a really good draw here. No, that's not it. We're gonna have to start with it though. Because if this fight goes for like 1 or more turn, like we are dead. We are dead with a capital D. If we don't just kill this collector, because we don't have the damage to kill these torch heads. Like, killing either of those would be a monumental effort for me. We can't do that on top of something else. My goal right now is just survive for 2 more turns and have that backline and kill themselves. Alright. Come on. We might be able to do this. We might be able to get to the next floor and then die there. Yeah, we can. Hell yes. Love it. Good dex potion. A lot of things here I don't really want. Tactician, we have an acrobatics. You know what? I'll take the tactician because I need the extra energy. Ah, great. Sozu, the only energy relic offered to me, is the one that I definitely can't take, courtesy of the fact that I have White Beast Statue and Ornithopter pretty much holding up my run right now. So I'll take the Calling Bell. We'll still get 1 curse. It's clumsy. That's not bad. We get Tiny Chest, 30 gold, and 10% more likelihood to find treasure and question mark runes, as well as the Toxic Egg. Whenever you add a skill card to your deck, it's upgraded, and the Bag of Marbles. We just need to pick up defensive cards through and through. And dodge literally every elite. That's going to be hard to do. Taking 1 damage this turn so that I can try and consign this repulsor to 1 turn. That's not good. Yeah, these hands are really clumsy. Oh boy. Get enough noxious fumes up in here. Actually, you know what? Leg sweep was almost certainly the correct choice there. Hold off again. If we can get the specimen, we're going to be pretty happy about it, but... Let's see if we can. Concentrate expertise would be lovely, but... Don't really have the option for it. Oh, hang on. No, they immediately upgrade. We'll take an expertise. Oddly Smooth Stone at the start of each combat, gain 1 dex, as well as the Bag of Preparation at the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. Both of those are really good. Well-laid plans allows me to retain a card so I can hold my Catalyst until the right time. I will hold off on this because there is a shop later. Unfortunately, Catalyst next turn is not going to be enough to kill. Would there be anything that would? Not really. I can't even really kill that backline. I can defend against almost all of it. This is probably my best play. And then it is Deadly Poison, Catalyst, Defend, we're fine. Beautiful. Alright. Not the world's worst thing to have ever occurred. Still gonna have to rest at pretty much every available camp, but, you know. That happens. I'd love to expertise, but if I happen to draw a Catalyst off the back of that, then I'm the world's saddest man. So double then triple or triple then double is the same. Okay. Now, stack the weakness. Sounds good to me. I'll retain a strike just so I don't draw it. And now you're poisoned enough to die next turn, so... Just end my turns until you are deceased. This fight could have been our worst fight, but it's fine. Should have just used a potion. I've got to remember that I have to use a potion every fight, even if I don't need to, just for the 3 health from the Ornithopter. That's a mistake that I'm making quite consistently. You know what? I'm actually going to take a Crippling Poison here, because it's a way to get 5 weak on an enemy, which is... that's a lot of weak. That is a lot of weak, my dude. Lose a strike, it's 100%. If there was a burst here, I would be so happy. But there isn't, so I'm not. Bronze Scales, as well as another Acrobatics. That's going to be fine for us. Let's rest again. We've got reasonable HP now. We might be able to upgrade another card before we leave. All depends. This all sucks. Just everything happening on board right now, not good. Tip to toe. All right. A lot of poison cards with nothing to do. That hurts. That really hurts. I'd love to weaken that frontliner, but weakening that frontliner would deal 6 damage to me, and then I would take 4, so actually take more damage by trying to weaken it. I'm gonna hold to defend, it's just more important to me. These constant days getting put in my deck is really, really crummy. But there's nothing I can do about it. I can't focus on that backliner right now. One dead. Two dead. Get a Footworks and a Catalyst in there. Hold the Catalyst. Actually, I could have just held another Catalyst. Put another Catalyst in my deck there, rather. Yeah, that would have been the clever play, which is obviously why I didn't do it. Too clever for me. And now I just wait until you die. Beautiful. What's the final boss on this floor again? Time Eater? That's going to be a bit rough. Because in order to get the Time Eater to its second phase, I'm going to have to use my Catalyst Potions. There go both my Catalysts and my other deadly poison. Ow. Oh, this is a bad hand. Acrobatics. Oh, life is difficult. These could easily kill me. How am I going to kill them all at the same time? It's just real rough. I basically need to try and manage it so they all get roughly poisoned at the same rate, which means I'm going to take 3 damage this turn. I've got a fire potion to accelerate the rate of one of their deaths. So you're dead in 2 turns. You aren't. You aren't. I hate it, but I think that's what I have to do. Take the burst, retain a catalyst. So I'm going to take 12 damage this turn, but this is so that I can limit the amount of turns that they're active for. You're dead. You're dead. Exactly by doing that. Should have used a potion there, by the way. Would have had 3 more HP. Another Dex potion. It's actually way better than a fire potion for the final upcoming fight. Piercing Whale's also really good. This guy has a bunch of multi-hits. We can only really afford to take 1, if any at all, in fact. You know what? Transmutation will immediately upgrade. And it might actually just save me. We'll see how that goes. I'm just terrified of everything right now. It's a very, very Rhapsody kind of thing. I can't believe we got Panacea there. Hell yeah. So now we're actually defended against this debuff. Which means we have to defend 10 less each turn. 10 fewer damage points needs to be defended against. Yeah, you're dead next turn. I'll use a strength potion before I end the fight. Gain myself 3 HP. Weakness potion. Good. I could take another deadly poison. I should take another deadly poison. We're gonna have to rest here, so there goes all of my hopes of not having to rest. Drink, drink. So the idea, obviously, was that I would transmutate with a lot of energy. I could do it this turn. It would be well-laid plans. No, I still have to do something else before I transmutate. You know what? I have to use this turn to put as much poison on you as humanly possible, so that. It's not beneficial to me to play the Master of Strategy this turn. I'm going to hold on to the Piercing Wail because this guy does have multiple hits. Like this turn, in fact. I'll tell you what I'm planning. I need to bypass the Time Eater's second phase, because I do not have the ability to re-poison them from nothing when they're in their second phase. So the only way I can really skip the Time Eater's second phase is if I poison them a bunch here and then suddenly catalyst them so they die in 2 turns and they don't have a chance to prepare against it. So 60 becomes 180. They would take that this turn. By taking 180 this turn, they would go down to 220, which is less than half, which means they would then go down to 240, but then they would purge and they would go back up to half HP. I have to build more poison on them before I start using my catalysts. It is essential. Here's the annoying thing. Yep. The annoying thing is that I just threw that. We did have a chance there. We would have had very low HP, and it still would have been really, really close, because I would have needed perfect draws later. But I forgot, as I pretty much often do against that boss, I do need to remind myself of this consistently, and I have to imagine losing a run to it is going to be a pretty good reminder that when you reach 11, he actually buffs up. So I needed to play a defend that turn. I figured if I played a defend that turn, I wasn't going to be able to get enough poison on the enemy in order to kill them in time. So I effectively, I assumed they were still going to be doing 6x3, which was wrong because they gain strength when you use your 12 attack limit. 12 attack, 12 card limit. Yeah. We probably, possibly, I actually don't even think it's probably, I think it's possibly could have won that. Because all he would have had to do is attack the turn after, and then I was dead. Right? No amount of defense was going to get me past that, because I haven't really got upgraded defenses, because I had to rest so often. That was not a bad Ascension 15 for someone who hasn't played Silent Ascension 15 in, I want to say, a couple months. That said, it did have that one giant misplay at the end, which is gonna kind of mar people's perception of it, I have to imagine. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. That's been my attempt at Ascension level 15. Silent run. I've succeeded these in the past. I don't need to prove anything again. I kind of find running high Ascension to be almost a masochistic exercise, and I'm not exactly all about that life personally. Regardless, hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.